Hey, what's going on everyone? I decided to take a break from the movie reviews and the rare video game consoles and talk about something else I enjoy a lot, and that is Call of Duty Zombies. One of my best memories is discovering World at War Zombies at the ripe age of 9 with my best friend and playing it non-stop. Today, I don't play zombies as much, only when I hang out with this said friend from time to time. I basically played the zombies maps up to Black Ops 3. So today, I figured I'd rank all those maps from my least favorite to my favorite. Remember, this is strictly my opinion, so don't get mad if my favorite isn't your favorite. As long as you don't like the bottom 2 on this list, I think we're good. Also, the World at War maps and most of the Black Ops 1 Zombies maps will be based on their remakes, since my feelings between the original and the remakes don't really differ too much. Also, let me know your least favorite and most favorite maps down below. Let me know if I should play BO4, BO5, and BO6 zombies, since I never got a chance to really look at those. If I could just pause the video for a second, I began a Patreon. It's my first one. I have never done it before, and it's pretty simple. I have 3 tiers, $1, $2, and $5. $1, I will have a thank you at the end of the video with either your name or your YouTube name. $2, and I will do the previous and say your name at the end of the video. $5, I will do the previous and you will have access to never before seen videos or edited gaming videos. I will try to upload at least 2 videos a month there. If you want to visit and support the channel, I will have the link down below. Thank you.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Die Rise. Might be controversial, but this map is really lame for me. Containing the Victus crew, and to be honest, I really only like Abigail. Everyone else there is trash. But anyways, Die Rise occurs in a post-apocalyptic Shanghai, and basically, you're on the top of these 2 buildings and you're traveling between each one. That's it. That's the map. Oh yeah, the starting room not only doesn't contain the M14, but it only has the dogshit Olympia. There's more to this map, but I mean, it's incredibly lame. Everything feels tight except this one room that everybody who plays this map trains zombies in, but that's not fun at all. If you're playing a zombies map, being stuck to one room is not the way to go. And guess what? The perks on this map shuffle and change depending on the elevators, and boy, don't you love getting to the first elevator, hoping it's Jug or something, and nope, it's Pack-a-Punch that you don't even have the money for yet. I love that you can actually see PhD Flopper, and you know that it would be useful here, but oh, you can't get it. How great. The only things that are half decent about this map is the Slick with Fire, but yes, this is my least favorite zombies map of all time, and I will most likely never play this map again. Shinonuma. My least favorite of the original 4 maps. I just really don't like anything about it. The starting room, the fact that the perks change spots, and if you're on a high round and you get caught in the water without stamina up, you're cooked. I never thought about this, but Shinonuma doesn't even have a power switch, so everything is automatically given to you. This map is just very blah. There's nothing really to do in it besides, run around and kill the zombies. It's just not a fun map. The only slight enjoyment I see is that you see the Imperial Japanese Army. This is like the first time where they, they're fighting those kind of zombies. But yeah, anyways, on to the next one. Nocturne Toten. The map that started it all. Although it's very limited, you really can't do anything on this map. There's no Pack-a-Punch, and you can only get Mule Kick in the remakes. But this map is really iconic. Play this map at like 1 a.m. with the lights off and watch the opening cutscene. It's actually pretty scary. This map makes me feel something, as where the last 2, they don't really make me feel anything.
Emotional damage!
Nuketown 2025. So if you never played Call of Duty Zombies, but you played the multiplayer, you know what Nuketown is. This is basically a zombies version of that. But guess what? All the perks spawn at different times. If you can't tell, this is a zombies mechanic that I absolutely hate. Basically ruins a map. You have to strategically play it differently every time. And you don't know what the perks are until every few rounds. You have to wait until like round 3 or 4 or 5 to see what perk you get and then say fuck it and restart. But yeah, Nuketown doesn't really work for me. It looks cool, but that's as much as I can say about it. Verrucht. I really enjoy how creepy Verrucht is, and I like the map's layout. Those are about the good things I can say about it. The problems I have are the tightness and the need to use the traps to make it to pretty high rounds. But yeah, not a super terrible map. I enjoy the eeriness in that every so often you can hear screams in this map. It really gives you that immersion. But yeah, there really isn't much else to say about this map. Origins. Now, potentially my biggest controversial take. Yeah, I don't like Origins. I don't like having to turn these things on to get Pack-a-Punch. I don't like having to build the staffs. I don't like the Iron Giant, and there are 3 of them. The map feels very big, but there's only so much you can do. There's so much open space that you don't think you're going to get stepped on by the robots, but you do. The best way I can explain this map is that it's a side quest map. Yeah, the characters are back in action. I understand what it did for the zombies community as it tied up loose ends and, progressed the storyline, but remember how annoying it is if you have to go slow in zombies? Well, welcome to 25% of this map.
And I want you to make me a Krabby Patty!
Duries, or the Giant. My favorite of the original 4 maps. I enjoy how simple it is. You link 3 generators, get to Pack-a-Punch, and survive from there. You're able to use the generators to get away. But yeah, I like this map. It has a lot of nostalgia to me, but I just couldn't put it any higher. This is a good map to come back to, and I'd say the rest on this list is pretty fun to come back to as well.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
Shangri-La. This map looks really cool to me, but man, I hate doing the Easter egg and having to get Pack-a-Punch with 4 people is so ridiculous. Everything else about this map, I don't mind. I also enjoy the story that goes with it. Not sure if you know this, but it turns out that Shangri-La was teleported here from Mars. Yeah, that's just like the game's lore. But either way, I don't mind playing Shangri-La every now and then. The minecart is neat, and I don't absolutely hate the exploding zombie.
If you wanna get up, you need a little revive!
Ascension. Very similar to Shangri-La, except I hate the monkeys in this map. Why do you gotta make me choose between my perks? I do enjoy the way you get Pack-a-Punch, which is you have to connect all 3 landers and then come hit this button. Easier said than done. This was also the first map to include an Easter egg. Also, in case you didn't know, this map was intended to be the launch map for Black Ops 1, however it was way too large and they had some stuff to finish. I will say this, I hate the monkeys. I mean, if you're a single player, good luck being able to protect all your perks without cheesing the game.
You clever little sneak!
Transit. Either great placement or terrible placement. Transit for me is a lovable mess. For everything that is disliked about Transit, there are opposing factors that kind of make the initial dislike not really make sense. For instance, a lot of people have problems with the bus because it's slow. Well, did you know that it can be put in motion when you put a turbine on it? Are you somewhere and you want the bus to stay a little longer? Get an EMP from the mystery box and throw it at it and it'll stop. Want to Pack-a-Punch with friends safely? Have one guy stay at the power station while you and whomever stay inside a Pack-a-Punch, and because once you get inside, the door can't close. The other guy can take his turbine back and head there with you. My love for Transit is the size of it and its difficulty. The Easter egg aside, which I've never done myself, but I know it's really tedious, my only real complaint is how come there are no wall guns in town. I mean, really, 50% of my runs end when I'm on a high round, I come here and I have no weapon, or I have no ammo, and it's terrible. The real enjoyment from this map comes from playing with friends. Playing this map solo is alright, but it's always a good time with friends. I know a lot of people complain about the Avogadro, but that's a skill issue. Either throw the EMP at him, knife him, or use the Galvan Knuckles.
I am a fucking architect!
Kino der Toten, a certified hood classic. I think Kino got tons of people back into Call of Duty Zombies. For the kids that missed out on World at War but were old enough to get Black Ops 1, you were blessed with Kino der Toten. It takes place at an abandoned theater in Germany. This is probably one of my favorite looking maps. The theater is cool, the hall is neat, and this map is very similar to Duries on how you get to Pack-a-Punch. This map is just perfectly simple. I understand if somebody had this map as their favorites, but it's not quite there yet for me.
Spider! Spider, 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 spider!
Zetsubo no Shima. My least favorite of the Black Ops 3 maps, this one's taking place on an abandoned island in the Pacific Ocean. Zetsubo no Shima is a great map, and a return of the Japanese Imperial zombies. I actually enjoy going underwater and making the gas mask buildable. I like the spiders and the spider mini-boss. Hello, that thing's cool. And does anyone remember the jump scare Easter egg? Yeah. But Unfortunately, it's my least favorite of the Black Ops 3 maps, but it's not bad at all.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys! What?
5. I love 5. I mean, the cast, the location, and the Pentagon Thief, they are all 5 stars for me. Playing as the world leaders in McNamara, these characters are so good in this map. Unfortunately, it's the only map we will ever see these characters in. Playing in the Pentagon is so much fun. You know, there's 3 levels: the top floor, the middle floor circular pillar thing, and then the bottom downstairs lab. My least favorite area to be in while playing the game, but it's so creepy. But I forgot, the Pentagon Thief, probably Treyarch's best boss character. This dude has a high risk, high reward, meaning about every 5 rounds or so after you turn on the power, this dude will chase you and your teammates. If you kill him before he catches you, you will be blessed with a bonfire sale, which means instead of paying $5,000 to pack a punch, it's $1,000. I mean, talk about a good deal. However, if he catches you, he permanently takes your gun unless you can kill him before he leaves. But if he catches you once, you lose out on the bonfire sale. I love this map, and it'll always hold a special place in my heart.
Is this entertaining? My patience is waning.
Garad Kroby. There is so much to this map that I couldn't even list most of it here, though the whole dragon mechanic is very nice, though it can be mildly annoying that the zombies get turned into napalm zombies, but it's not really that big of a deal. I love Nikolai so much as a character as well, and his connection to this map is just great. Sorry that I don't have much to say. The Easter egg is kind of easy, but that's all I have for that.
We are going to steal
Moon. I'm not sure why, but I'm pretty sure Moon is pretty split down the middle on liked or disliked, and I don't know why. When this map was announced, I remember in middle school, this map was the rage up until and after it came out. I feel like the storyline of zombies had just started getting good, or at least followable, and this map progressed the story so very far. But yeah, you start on Area 51 and you make your way to the moon, and from there, hijinks ensues. My only real complaint about this map, and yes, everyone has the same one, the excavators. No, not the Moon Man, he's not really that big of a deal. You don't kill him unless you absolutely have to. But the excavators can ruin many games. And I know that it's fairly easy to turn them off or change them, but I also understand why people would hate that. Der Eisendrache. I will admit it, when this map was first released, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. However, the more I played it, the more I was able to find my way around and have enjoyment for it. It literally has every tiny detail I like about the other maps. The dragon thing, it's like the dog thing from Mob of the Dead, along with stuff like that. This map is a chef's kiss. The Wrath of the Ancients bow is probably my The Wrath of the Ancients bow is probably my favorite special weapon. But yeah, things really OP. This is a map that I could replay any day.
Ho ho ho.
Green Giant.
Revelations. Quite possibly my favorite looking map of all time, Revelations takes entirely in the place of Agartha, in which if you follow the zombie storyline, this is a big fucking deal. This map features fragments of other maps in it, which I gotta say, sounds kinda lame on paper, but it's so very good in execution. The maps that could be fragments are Nacht, Origins, Kino, Shangri-La, Mob of the Dead, Verrucht, and others too. This map has just everything to ever like about a zombies maps in it, and I love it.
I'm getting buried here.
Buried. Being so very close to the top 3, Buried is a very underrated map in my opinion. The love that this map deserves, it just does not get. This map is a whole vibe. This map has a lot of new things that were never really added back in, and I'm okay with that, because it makes me just go back to this map all the more. The Time Bomb, the Paralyzer, the new Revolver, all great additions to this map. The Time Bomb is used for many exploits, but even when it's not used for that, it's very overpowered. Vulture Aid is a perk. I really don't understand why it didn't return until apparently Black Ops 6. Arthur is a really cool and simple mechanic, and once you kind of understand how to use him, it's really neat. This map has a lot of different ways to deal with it. Once again, the map is just a vibe through and through. I love Buried.
What's with kids today, huh? No respect.
Call of the Dead. Bronze medal, this map takes third for a major reason. The characters. The setting is cool and all that, but man, playing as actors of horror films is such a genius idea, and the father of zombie movies, George Romero, as kind of the boss, is such a neat idea. It is such a neat idea that'll probably be never replicated again. This map is basically in the tundra, and the layout is pretty simple. The way that these characters react with the world and each other, is fucking awesome. I could spend hours talking about how the storyline plays within this, but yeah.
Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world.
With the silver medal, my favorite Black Ops 3 map is Shadows of Evil, and everything about this map is just perfect. The music, the characters, the layout. I really wish they had just continued with these guys after this one. I mean, I know why they couldn't, but man, I love this map. I had a lot of mixed feelings about it when it first came out. You know, it was the first Black Ops 3 Zombies maps. I would say this is a damn near almost perfect map.
To me, being a gangster was better than being president of the United States.
Mob of the Dead. I mean, what else could it have possibly been? It's my favorite everything. As where Shadows of Evil is probably my favorite laid out maps, Mob of the Dead is my favorite overall. Everything about this map is real. The characters, the places, the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz itself. This is an Easter egg I'd be willing to do any day, just because of how cool it is. But to get to Pack-a-Punch, you gotta collect 5 plane parts, assemble them on the roof, and boom, get a Pack-a-Punch. Everything from the atmosphere to Afterlife is just so cool. Playing as basically real-life mobsters and using those old-timey weapons like that, great touch. The Hell's Redeemer is badass. The Acid Gad is badass. I mean, this is just, this is an awesome map. Alright, that was a list of my favorite Zombies maps. I would like to know, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you agree with my list or do you disagree? Let me know what your least favorite one and your favorite one is below. Thank you, Charles Lee Ray, for the $5 Patreon. That is awesome. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.